Hello, it's me, Jay, your GM. I use him, and this is Jay's Really Good Dungeons & Dragons Show! Some people have asked what are some useful accessories that you should have before you play Dungeons & Dragons, so I thought today I would go over a few of the useful accessories that I have. First of all, I have this Mimic chest. It's a dice vault chest thing that you could buy on Kickstarter, but the company went out of business because it sold these things for way too cheap. So with a few quick snaps, you can turn it into a dice tower, and it even snaps onto the dice tray. Then you can just roll your dice in there, and that's a great way to roll your dice. Alternatively, to roll your dice, you might use something like this, a nice snap-together tray, which you can snap the corners in, and then it creates a nice rolling surface on your table. Also a good option. I mean, I could have just done that by rolling my dice on my desk, but that wouldn't be as cool. Once you have a place to roll your dice, you're gonna need some dice to roll. Which is why I recommend getting a tackle box, full-sized tackle box, and just filling it with dice. Miniatures. You're almost certainly going to want some dungeon tiles to help lay out maps quickly. So yeah, once you have some tokens and miniatures and battle maps and dice and lots of dice, because you never know when a player might need to borrow some dice when they come over. I mean, it's been a little while since somebody's been able to come over, so it does make me wonder why I have all these things for playing in person. But that's fine. Actually, maybe what you should do is play a nice online game of D&D. You can go to 2minutetabletop.com and get all the tokens that you could ever want, and the maps that you could ever want. Beautifully hand-drawn maps, as well as assets to make your own maps. Then you could go to Roll20 to host your game and play however you would want it to be played. And then you could have your character sheets in DNDBeyond, which allows you at least one subclass of every class free of charge. So you can make a free character in DNDBeyond 8 different times before you ever had to play the same thing twice. But you're not gonna do that, are you? You're gonna go on those Twitter pages where they have dice sales, where they announce that the dice are only gonna be available for 20 minutes. So that way they can get you that real intense FOMO. And you're going to buy their dice. And you're going to back every Kickstarter that sells a dice stand or a table or a coffee table that's vaguely related to D&D. You're going to buy every battle map. You're going to buy every set of dice in the world. You're going to consume everything they tell you to. You're never going to stop, because it's all you know. It's all you know. And really, those are both two equally valid ways to play Dungeons & Dragons. So you should just consider buying whatever accessories you want, while avoiding paying an unnecessary amount for accessories you don't need, and play in whatever style you like. Anyway, that's been all my advice for today, Jamers. So please leave your comments below for any questions that you might have about the game in the future. Anyway, you should like and subscribe, and make sure to follow my Sea Shanty TikTok blog, which is starting up this week.